Okay, I'll start by saying that I freaking ramble, and it's one thing I don't like about myself. Because I feel like I waste people's time, I waste my phone storage, and it makes me feel like I waste time because I can't get my thoughts out when I have a camera in front of my face. Now writing, I'm really good at that because it allows me to think and put my thoughts on paper and take my time. But because there's a camera on my face, I ramble. But this is an important video that I'm actually redoing. I've already done it once, but I was reading a script and showed it to a friend, and she was like, yeah, that totally looks scripted, acted. And if there was one thing that I did not want to do, it's not who I am. I did not want to like act a certain way or be a certain way or say things a certain way or have a certain voice or anything like that. I did not want to think about, oh, this is how I want to say things or like my voice or whatever, because there's some creators that high level pitch their voice, and I'm like, dude, you are giving me such good information, but like your voice, it's like tripping me off. And so I didn't want to do that. I just want to talk normal, like if I'm talking to a friend. So that was the number one. I also, when my family's part of my content creation, and so my kids would just be more silly, and my husband would be like more silly, more than he already is, because he's a clown. He makes me laugh all the time. And so I'm like, what? I'm recording something and they're like overdoing it, right? And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, well, for your video, you want to add a little spice. And I'm like, no, just be you. That's not you. So that's weird. If it's weird to me, it's going to be weird for other people. Just be authentically you. And so that's what I've wanted to do since the beginning. I don't want to be somebody that I'm not. But anyway, I started this video again because if I'm going to ramble, I should ramble. That's what my friend said. So here we go. I am a millennial. I was born in Mexico. I am in my 30s, mid 30s. First gen here in the United States. I feel like our generation our parents just did what they could raising us. Now the relationship I had with my dad is totally different than the relationship I had with my mom. My mom was there. We were raised by her. He was not in the picture because of his own choice. But I feel like our generation, was just freaking nuts. Like the way we were raised. We were raised, you do not cry, you go and do, and you shut up about it, kind of thing. And so I'm wanting to raise my kids not in a gentle way, but just different. I tell my husband and people all the time, I am not a gentle parent. I will never be a gentle parent. I am an ass-needed mom. What do you need from me so that I can give that to you? Whether it be a hug, 5 minutes of my time, an hour, 2 hours of my time, a spiritual moment. Do you need me to pray with you? Do you need me to laugh with you? Do you need me to be silly with you? Do you need me to color with you, paint with you? Do you need me to whoop you? Because I will. Do you need to hear that you're being disrespectful right now? Do you need to hear that you can't be a jerk to other people? Because I will tell you that too. And I've told my kids that. So I keep it very real, but always tuning into my mom gut of what do my kids need right now? Because whatever that is, that's exactly what I'm going to give them. My kids are being raised with a loving mom and dad, loving mom and dad. We have family dinners around our table at 5 p.m. We're a family unit. We're united. Whereas me and my husband, both of our parents are divorced, and so it just sucked growing up. Now, my upbringing was just different than my husband's. But anyway, a few weeks ago, I shared that I want to have a hard conversation with my mom. And not because I'm petty or I don't know how to explain myself. Like, there's been this like feeling of, I just want to talk about it. I don't want, and it's not my intention to fight with you, but I just want to talk about it. I want to heal by talking about it, bringing it up in the surface. I am not looking for an apology. I'm not looking for nothing in specific. Well, I guess, I don't know. I'm not, certainly not an apology. I'm not wanting to shame my mom. I'm not wanting to embarrass her. But I do want to talk about crappy things that are important. Okay, I had to put up my hair. It was hot. I want to inspire other millennials to know, to realize, and to get comfortable with what it's hard. And talking about hard, awkward, uncomfortable things with our parents is freaking hard. Really hard, really uncomfortable. Like, I'd rather do something from I can't remember those guys that did those skits, like pranks and stuff. I'd rather do a freaking public prank or something. That's not hard at all. But having a tough conversation, a meaningful conversation with your parents, it's hard. It's hard to say, hey, can we sit down and talk about, the time that you said something super rude to me? As in, we're talking about 30s, okay? We're not talking about, hey, can we talk about when I was 10 and you didn't really want to buy me that burger? Like, that's stupid. No, I'm not talking about that. Now, a thing that you must realize is that I grew up never talking back to my mom, ever. Like, that was not a thing. Now, I will say I did once, only once, and I remember it, and she will too. Because I had enough, dude. Like, she hit me really hard. Like, she punched, or así como que, like this. She went like this, like, cálmate, to my chest. And I felt like my breath, left me for a couple of seconds. And so that's the only time I talked back to her, because I had enough and I was late in my teens. And I'm like, bro, stop hitting me. Okay, my kids are here. Hola, ¿cómo les fue?
Muy bien.
See, I was telling you, when was the first time I ever talked back to my mom? And that was when she hit me really hard on my chest. We were together in the kitchen. I don't know what the conversation was, but I know what happened. And she literally went like that and into my chest. And it took my breath. Like, I couldn't breathe for a few seconds, and it just hurt. And it was pounding after that, after what she did. And it just hurt. But more than physically hurting, it was just like a mental load of pain for me. That I was just done with. I'm like, stop taking everything on me. I'm also the oldest of three. I have a middle sister, then a younger brother. And that was the only time I talked back to her. And as an adult, things have happened, and I was determined to pack everything in a little box, wrap it with glitter, and tucking it away. Because I know that she did what she could. I know that she did what she could with what she had available to her. She went through a lot of grief and trauma and heartache and all of that. And I helped her through all of that as a child. More to that later, but I don't know. I just kind of had her back, you know? And it wasn't like, yeah, I have your back, and it's not vocally, like, you know, we never talked about it, but it was like I was always there for her. Always taking care of my siblings and holding down the fort when she wasn't home, or going to work, getting up at 4 a.m. and going to work with her and cleaning offices or whatever before school. And then after school, she'd pick me up and we would go and clean houses. So I was always with her, and I know the heartbreak she lived with, and so I helped with that weight, if that makes sense at all. And so I was always like, because I know what she went through, because we went through it together, I didn't hold any grudges or anything. I was determined to like let it go. And, you know, now I'm in my adulthood years. I'm a mother, I'm a wife. In my head, I'm like, okay, you would think that should be different. And she has been different. She's great. She's an amazing person. Like everybody, she has her shortcomings or her flaws or whatever. We all do. But when it comes to my children, well, that's different. And I'm not, yes, you know, like the motto, right? Nobody messes with my children. Yes, I live that, but I'm not, how do I say this? I'm not protecting my kids from everything, from the real world and anything. Like if there's a consequence my child has to learn, she will learn it. She will be taught. But aside from a responsible adult trying to protect the child, like that's where you don't mess with my kids, if that makes sense. But there's been things where in my adult years, like she'd get super upset if I didn't answer my phone or whatever, or she'd think that I am mad about something, and I'm like, Mom, I'm not mad at anything. I have a million things in my head. I'm raising my children. I'm trying to be a good wife. I'm trying to wear all of my business ownership hats. Like, I'm not, my mental state is not like yours. It's not like I can go home, cook myself a dinner if I want to, or if I want to go out, I will. Like, raising children, aside from being a business owner or not, totally different. It's totally different where you're at and where I'm from. And when we meet together, or when we meet in, you know, in center place, like it's different. It's not that I'm mad or whatever. So anyway, something happened last year. And it hurt. Words hurt more than we know. And there's some words that hurt more than others. And we got into a huge argument to the point where I told her, do not come to my house. I don't want to see you. I don't want you to come over. And if you are going to come over, you need to come transparent person. No ifs or buts or in betweens. Don't fluff your stories. Don't shorten your stories. Like, just be transparent. Don't talk to me about God or anything. That's probably something that I shouldn't say, because anyway, it will probably make sense. All of these videos will make sense in the end. But we are talking now. Everything's fine. But there was like this thing in my heart that has been nudging at me, like, you need to talk about this, and you need to talk about it, and you need to make it into a bigger thing, bigger than you, for a reason. And for the longest time, I didn't know that reason until now. And here's the reason, and I'm gonna read it, totally being transparent, and I'm gonna read it. This is just the beginning. I don't know exactly how it will go. I don't even have a videographer yet. but maybe that's the point. You're here with me as it unfolds. I want to choose honesty over silence, love over resentment, and I want my girls to see it's possible. That's my why. I want my girls to see I want to be breaking generational cycles. I hate sweeping things under the rug, or, oh, we don't want to talk about that, or I don't want to talk about that subject or whatever. Like, I am an open book. If you know me personally, you can talk to me about anything. And I'll tell you how I think about things in an open and honest way. And so I want my girls to grow up feeling comfortable to speak their minds, to share their feelings, to be so safe that they can express themselves. And that others would accept them. And because it's not about, let me vent, let me tell you this, or let me in anger. It's not about that. It's about, let me express what's right here so that we can digest it, because we either need to heal from it or we just need to let it out because it's weighing us down. It has weight, you know? So so it's been a year. The year mark was in June 2nd. It's August 20th today. And before the year mark, a month before, so this was like May or something like that. I took my mom out for lunch and I was like, Mom, do you remember when we fought and, blah, 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 and that happened and this happened? And by the way, she kind of thinks that it's like just something else, just another argument, right? And so I feel like millennial parents just like, yeah, that thing, or ha ha ha, yeah, you got mad because of this, like, and they think it's a joke, and it's like, why are you joking about that? Like, shut up, don't say it like that. I don't know. I feel like that's just silly. No, I shouldn't say it's silly, because I want to honor my feelings, and it's not silly. I'm not silly. There's things that our parents have said or done that it's like, whoa, that was you crossing the line. That was mean. That was very mean, and that was very cruel. So anyway, because sometimes we do that, like, we acknowledge our feelings, but then we shrink them down. It's weird. So I sat her down and everything, and I was like, Mommy, I want your permission. I've been feeling like we should talk about what happened, because I feel like there's this little section of this whole thing that we haven't talked about. She did apologize to me way before June, obviously, but I didn't like how she did it. She said a very, very generic apology, and it went like this. Si hice algo para ofenderte, por favor, perdóname. And that's, to me, that's not taking accountability for what you did and said, because it's like, if I did anything, forgive me. Well, why are you asking for an apology? Like, specifically, why are you apologizing? That has more weight and power and meaning and healing when we apologize for XYZ. I said this and it wasn't nice. I said that. I did this and I see that it wasn't right, or whatever it is, right? But her generic apology was like, it was the key to open my heart and like let her in a little bit more, but I didn't like that, how she did it. It just, I'm like, when is she going to open her eyes and like really realize the things she has said to us as her kids? Like, that's not, and I'm not here to like fix my mom or anything. Like, she has had her past, right? It's totally fine, but I can talk about it. And that's what I want to do. But anyway, so we were sitting down having lunch, and I'm like, I want your permission to talk about that, what happened, and record it and put it on YouTube, because I really want to just show the world that you can have hard conversations. And she said yes, and that's cool. Which I'm not that like, oh yay, we're gonna do this. And it's hard. It has been like, oh my gosh, I know she said yes, but it's gonna still be hard. It's not just because I have her approval, it doesn't mean like it's gonna be easy on me. But anyway, this video is to just share that you are in this journey with me, and I will do it imperfectly, but I will get it done because it's something that I have to do for me and my children, but I'm willing to show the world and willing to be vulnerable enough to put it out there so that those people that can relate to it can be a little bit of a help and a little bit of an encouragement to do hard things too, because our future generation deserves better, more healing, you know? So yeah, I don't have a videographer yet because apparently, you know, look at this. Like I don't have an easy setup or whatever. I'm filming this with my phone and hand holding it because my tripod is stupid. I want to find a videographer that will do this correctly because I want to keep this video forever, and one day my mom isn't going to be here, and I want to do it for the meaning of it, not for looks or anything like that, but because it's meaningful. And so I know that I've told you guys that I want to do this video and it's not out there yet, but now you know why it's not out there yet. I'm looking for a videographer. That person needs to be bilingual, so that, you know, they can, if a person doesn't know our culture, what I'm talking about when I say breaking generational trauma, like it's gonna be hard for that person to edit this video, you know? So if you or you know somebody that is a videographer and bilingual, please let me know, because this project is deep and it's meaningful and it's special. So anyway, that is my rambling. Thank you, Leah Murrieta, for encouraging me to just yap. So there you go. If you can relate to any of this, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to figure my life out. I have a toddler, 2 school-aged kids, a business, another business. I'm trying to get healthy again, and it's just a lot going on, a lot of plates going at the same time. So I can't say for sure, oh, you're gonna see my videos every Sunday or every Wednesday or whatever. I'm trying to give myself grace and space to do what's best for me and my family, and to authentically be creative and not, oh, I gotta post on this day and I gotta, and then I burn out and then I hate it, and then no. Everything I do has meaning and I want it to be intentional. So I don't know when you can hear from me. I don't want to give you a day, but all I can say is that I'm wanting to do meaningful work and I want to share it with you. And if you would like to follow that adventure, subscribe. Okay, adios. Bye.